Nityanandam, everybody, it's Prasiddha. Welcome back to my channel. So I was just inspired when I was chanting a prayer before this to make a video about Om. What is Om and why? What's all the hype about it? Why is it so important? What does it even mean? Why are all these spiritual people always saying Om or having Om tattoos? All these things, right? Om has become so popularized. It's actually Sanskrit, okay? It's a Sanskrit syllable. Om. It's the start of almost every mantra and every prayer. Why is this? What is the purpose of it? What's the big deal about Om? One thing my guru Paramahamsa Nityananda explained, which I found so fascinating, is that, see, in Hinduism there's so many vast different sects and different pathways within Hinduism itself. There's even atheist Hindus, believe it or not, and also Hindus that follow Devi, but also this certain incarnation of Devi. There's Shaktas, there's those that follow Krishna, there's those that follow Shiva, like me, a Shaivite. But there's one thing in common, one thing they all have in common is Om, is the concept of Om, and that is the syllable Om is the sound of the universe creating itself. One of the coolest things I've ever learned in science class was that they finally, science is actually kind of caught up with spirituality in some ways, is starting to, and they listened to space. So I think it was NASA actually itself did a study where they listened to space, the outer space, and the noise it actually makes, the frequency it vibrates at, the sound it is Om. Om itself, which has been for hundreds of thousands of years written about in the Vedas and Agamas of Hinduism in ancient India as the sound of the universe creating itself. So with everything we're taught about how humanity has only evolved and how ancient civilizations used to be so backwards and that we've only evolved in consciousness, see, so many things don't line up with this. This is one of them. How could you say that civilizations were so brute and uncivilized when they somehow, by some random chance, knew that the universe actually made that sound, and we just happen to figure it out now? It's very curious to me, and I think it's so cool that finally there's this merging. For so long there's been this stark contrast between religion and science, which I always felt was completely unnecessary, because all it is people misinterpreting both and trying to basically just put them against each other in this dual mindset, but they don't actually go against each other. So Om is the sound of the universe creating itself, and now NASA itself has even recognized this, that the vibration. And linearly, so you know how everything is sound and vibration, or sound and lines. So vibration and verbalization and the manifestation of that. So Om is the sound, but Om, when it's created through I don't know if you guys have seen any of those really cool videos where they play sounds and it actually shows how it appears linearly. Like they'll put sand grains on a vibrating plate and it'll make different shapes and different patterns with each syllable, things like this. Is that Om, when you vibrate it, it actually makes the shape of a Shri Yantra, which is sacred geometry, a mandala, which you might have seen in your spiritual seeking along the way, I'm sure. It's very it's become popular and pretty well known, and it's the Shri chakra. And this is the linear form of the sound Om. And Om is the divine feminine energy because it's Shakti. It's the life force energy itself. It's the sound of creation. So it's so beautiful. It's why everything is started and ended with Om, because it is creation itself. It's life itself. So as hyped up as Om may be, there's a beautiful, deep meaning behind it. And when we can understand it, we realize how powerful it can be. And even chanting it is so tangibly powerful. Like, there's also a bunch of viral videos going around now of parents chanting to their babies, Om, Om, and the baby will just stop crying all of a sudden. Like, it's not a coincidence. It's that this Om vibration is what resonates inside of every single person. You can feel it. It's actually the core of all life. Is this, and the Big Bang, right? The scientific term for the cosmic expansion that's always present and happening is the Big Bang. And Om is that, actually. It's the ever expansive universe that's just going out, 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 always expanding, is Om itself. Is that exact sound and vibration, even when we utter it, it makes that happen in the universe. Is that Om, out, 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 and infinitely onwards. So it's actually such a cool thing to really ponder on. You can get so much deeper into it just meditating on it. But I thought I would explain because I know a lot of people have probably heard the word but don't really know what it is and where it comes from. So yes, it is Sanskrit. It has been a part of Hinduism for thousands and thousands of years, and now science is finally learning to understand it. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will get back to you very soon. Nityananda.